So, let's talk about Caleb Williams. How about it? Wow, I am pleasantly surprised. The Bears not only win their first preseason game, first regularly scheduled preseason game, of course they won the Hall of Fame game over the Texans 21-17 in that shortened contest. They win this game by scoring 33 points to just the Bills 6. Yes, I don't know. It's a preseason game, but the Bears win in convincing fashion, 33-6 over the Buffalo Bills. And let's talk about it. This is the first preseason game reaction I've done on this channel. I'm looking forward to this because there's been no more important reason to watch preseason Bears football than right now. With the development of Caleb Williams and the amount of new pieces on offense, I really wanted to see the top offense get some reps. And they looked good. Caleb Williams. We're going to start with the phenom out of USC. He looked good today. I liked what I saw from him. Had the one throw that was a little iffy. Was looking for Odunze. And a good play by Odunze to make sure it wasn't picked off. The play would get nullified by a penalty by the player who was going to intercept the ball. So doesn't really matter that much. That was the one bad thing out of the day, in my opinion. I wasn't a massive fan of that, but outside of that, he looked great. Threw a ball away early as well. Also, a penalty as well came up, and his first pass, right on the money. DJ Moore right at the sticks. Boom, first down. But it was one specific completion that's got everyone talking. Yes, you know what I'm about to talk about. It's the throw to Cole Kmet down the field. I mean, this was crazy. Caleb Williams rolling out to his right, being chased by Smoot, fires a rope right to Cole Kmet, hits him right in the numbers. I mean, it was just a beautiful throw. On the run, right on the money. And that was what not only Bears fans, but NFL fans wanted to see. Could he move and throw accurately? Could he get on the run and throw accurately? And he showed a great example of and a taste of what's to come with that pass to Cole Kmet. I mean, if this guy can throw with that level of confidence on those types of passes, this guy is going to be a godsend in Chicago. So, I mean, if he can play that well and consistently be able to make throws like that, he's got a good career outlook. Now, again, that is just one throw in one preseason game, but when that's the only action we have seen him play, of course we're going to talk about it as, an inkling of talent that we can see in in-game action play. So that's what the Bears fans can really take, especially from his throwing performance, as he completed 4 passes for 95 yards. I mean, when was the last time a Bears quarterback did something like that? Of course, helped by one of his first completions, the second completion, which was a interesting play. The line blows up, the pocket collapses, and he's able to get it away to DeAndre Swift, who breaks up a nice long run to set the Bears into field goal range, which for some reason they decide to follow that play up by running it 3 straight times to Khalil Herbert. He doesn't pick up the first down, they kick the field goal. But, I mean, that was a really interesting play early in the game. Caleb Williams able to get that ball out to DeAndre Swift. And, when you look at that play in real time, you think it's like he's scrambling, maybe getting tackled. It was just like a desperation throw. But no, that was a little flick, a nice little touch to it. Perfect spiral, just right to DeAndre Swift. And he does the rest. But while DeAndre Swift did all the rest there, it shows that because Caleb Williams was able to get it out of his hands and into the hands of a skill position player, that's instantly something that we need as a team, because Justin Fields was struggling to do that sometimes. And not only that, when he was trying to get it out, they were designed screen passes, none of these broken plays was he able to get it off to running backs consistently. So I think that that's a good sign to come as well. But Williams also had a nice rush. He only ran the ball one time, and that was on a broken play on third down, where the pocket collapses. He steps up and then tucks it, picks up the first, and slides just like we saw on Hard Knocks with the slip and slide. Which can I say, that just looks like fun. Practice your QB slides on a slip and slide. Like, don't you feel like you're 8 again? That was just kind of cool to see. I don't know. I really like that. And it was funny because I was watching it in real time and I was immediately able to make that connection. Really interesting stuff. Caleb Williams just looked great. Even if he played for 2 drives, and those 2 drives led to field goals. But there were also moments where it's like, okay, throwing it away, not trying to play hero ball, playing it safe. And again, also realizing it is a preseason game, so nothing too crazy, So he did a good job. But the unfortunate thing is that we didn't really see much of Keenan Allen or Rome Odunze. We got to see the skills that DeAndre Swift brings to the table, especially when immediately compared to Khalil Herbert pretty much right after that big catch. So I'm interested to see that dynamic. But we didn't get to see much of Keenan Allen or Rome Odunze. I don't know if Keenan Allen was even targeted in the game. But Rome Odunze was targeted once on that. The only ball that I guess would be questionable from Caleb Williams in the game, where the defender jumped right in front of Rome Odunze. Lucky that one was nullified and the Bears were able to pick up a first down via penalty. But the last throw that Caleb Williams had, the throw out of the end zone, there might have been a window to fit it in for Odunze, but it wasn't there. So we didn't get to see much from those guys. I expect to see some more from them next week against Cincinnati, and that should be that's really the big takeaways from the first offense. Caleb Williams looked pretty good. DeAndre Swift had the nice catch and run. And we didn't really get to see Keenan Allen or Rome Odunze make any catches. But, 6 points as well. When thinking about the rest of the game, Tyson Bagent was there for the majority of the rest of the game. Or at least the meat of the game, if you will, from the second quarter and most of the third quarter. And he played fine. There were a couple moments where it's like, okay, you can see why he's a backup. But, he led the touchdown drive, which ended in a Velus Jones run, which, I'll be honest, interesting, but also I think it's a smart move to move Velus Jones as a running back, because that man cannot catch the football, and he's fast and speedy and can kind of break off some kind of interesting plays. So, not a bad idea to have him run the football, and Velus Jones actually had a couple nice rushes. Shows that he's fast and it's going to his benefit, but holy cow, can the dude not catch the ball. We also got to see Mitch Trubisky, everyone's favorite quarterback in Chicago, including yours. And I thought, I don't know, it was just nice to see Trubisky play again. But, when you look at the way he played today, you can see why he's a backup right now and why he's not a starter. Even in these preseason games, there were a couple throws where he's just airmailing receivers, or there's some miscommunication. He had a couple nice plays, but all across the board, you can see why he's considered a backup at this point. Couple crucial plays. I mean, I think he overthrew 2 guys in the end zone in this game. So you just hope that he stops doing that. But that was a problem that he had in Chicago after that 2018 season. Really started just airmailing the football and just overthrowing his receivers. And that's unfortunate. But it was also kind of nice to see Mitch play again, as someone that actually kind of did have a soft spot for him. We'll see. We'll see how the rest of his time in the preseason goes. Maybe he gets some action in the regular season if Josh Allen gets hurt, which of course I know Bills fans would not want to see. That's that. And it was interesting. The fourth quarter was where this game really blew wide open. In the first minute of the fourth quarter, Buechele, the third-string quarterback for Buffalo, threw a pick, pretty bad pick, right to the hands of Micah Baskerville, who took it all the way to the end zone for a pick 6. And just watching that play, it reminded me of the Tremaine Edmonds pick against Cleveland, where he took it back for a touchdown. It reminds me of just those linebacker interceptions that Bears fans know all too well. It's interesting. Like, was watching it reminded me, man, I feel as like I've seen this play several times before, just in the sense of the linebacker taking it to the house. So, I mean, really happy for him. Hopefully that improves his stock in the organization. Maybe he can find a way onto the roster, if not the practice squad. But, you know, those types of moments are what I love about the preseason. You get to see some guys, especially on defense, you know, if they take it to the house, you know, they get the chance to shine. They get a chance to experience the glory of NFL football, even if they end up not making the team or, you know, not even really doing much. Like, they get to say that they scored a touchdown in the NFL. So I think that that's awesome for Micah Baskerville. Congrats. And, you know, that's got to be an amazing feeling. But that was when the wheels came off the bus. I mean, the Bears were able to add 2 more touchdowns with Austin Reed in at quarterback, the 4th stringer. And he looked pretty good as well. I mean, obviously most people probably tuned out by that point. You know, but the highlight for me, Austin Reed finding a nice pass, and Dante Pettis is just wide open inside the 10. That was towards the end of the game. And then on the next play, it's Ian Wheeler who takes it into the end zone for a touchdown, which would have been the first of 2 scores he would have had in the 4th quarter. Ian Wheeler, an undrafted free agent out of Howard University. I mean, you got to feel good for the guy, especially with the running back room that Chicago has. It's not going to be easy. If not, they've already probably made up their mind that they got 3 guys. They may not even entertain the idea of any other running backs. So maybe Wheeler finds a way on the practice squad. You know, good for him. 2 touchdowns. I mean, and those 2 touchdowns weren't just plunges from the 1-yard line. He took that thing in from the 8, got a lot of pushing from the O-line, and the second one he cut to the outside and was able to get inside the pylon for a score. So good to see that as well. I always like it when the more unsung guys, especially in the preseason, are able to get some action and put it into the end zone, get some of that NFL glory. But yeah, a good game overall. The Bears win it in a very convincing fashion. I mean, it was 13-6 going into the 4th quarter. They score 3 touchdowns. Santos did miss an extra point, which may be a little concerning, but, you know, no one's going to be perfect. And if he's going to miss an extra point, why not do it in the preseason, man, where it really doesn't matter? You know, if he misses an extra point, another extra point, you know, maybe it's a little worrying. But, you know, if he's going to have a bad kick, sure, why not be in the preseason, especially in a game when he's already up 20-6. So overall, a really good performance. The fact that they came out and not only, it was still a close game going into the 4th quarter. That's the hard part. That's kind of the weird thing to think about it like this. They finished by scoring 3 touchdowns in the 4th quarter, a defensive score and 2 rushing touchdowns. Scored 4 touchdowns in the game. Shoot, man, that was a very, very nice game, a very complete game. And I'm pretty sure that the guys at Hallis Hall have got to be pleased with the team all around with their performance today. Of course, next week is Cincinnati. They'll be in Chicago for that one. I am interested to see if they decide to change up how much time the number 1 offense is going to get. Because the number 1 defense was playing a little bit into the 2nd quarter. Jalen Johnson nearly had an interception. But, you know, I think it's going to be interesting to see if they decide to keep Williams out for 2 series, probably like a quarter like they did today, or to maybe keep him in for a little longer, or maybe they've seen enough and they only need him for 1 drive. I don't think that that's the case. He's going to get probably at least 2 series, maybe 3 short series. But I would be interested to see. I'd like to see a little bit more, but I understand the mentality if we don't want to show off what he's got too much. Because Jaden Daniels only played for, I think, 1 series in Washington's preseason game against the Jets, and he looked pretty good. A couple passes, ran it in for a touchdown. He's got to be happy with himself there. So I think it's going to be interesting in that sense to see what comes next for the Bears offense. If they decide to keep Williams and company out there longer, I would like to see Rome Odunze get some action in there. And frankly, if he doesn't get too much a ton of targets or any targets in the first drive or two. I say personally, keep him out there when Tyson Bagent or Brett Rippon, whoever comes in after Williams. I would like to see Rome Odunze stay out there for a little bit, run some routes, get some more practice as a rookie, and maybe make a couple catches. I'd like to see a little bit more of Odunze personally. Of course, that's just perspective of me. I want to see him make a couple catches. And if he does a good job against Cincinnati, I mean, it won't be a problem. But I want to see a little bit more of the offense, of the number one offense. I think a quarter is fair. Maybe a third series if they have two shorter series. I was just having such a good time watching Caleb Williams. I was when he threw it out of the end zone on that third down that led to the second field goal, and I knew his day was over. I was getting really sad. I'm like, dang, I don't get to see Caleb Williams anymore. I gotta wait another week. It's gonna stink. It was really interesting and really nice to watch Williams play. But yeah, Bengals next week. I'm interested. Of course, I'm excited for this week's Hard Knocks episode. Of course, this is what's so special about this now, because now it's like, oh great, we just got to see them play a preseason game, and it's not just like a preseason game where it's like we got to, the team's not changed that much. We kind of know what's going to happen with the team. You don't have a rookie quarterback. It's cool. They're on. They play well. Whatever. No, I'm excited to watch their next game, and especially because Caleb Williams is a part of the team. Every game is going to be available to watch on the NFL Network, which is huge for me, being out of the Chicago market. So I don't have to worry about not being able to see the Bears preseason games, and I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait for Hard Knocks, just to see what leading up to this week and today's game, and the coming days here, what the decisions from the front office are. I'm interested to see, because it's different. You watch Hard Knocks and you are like, this is just cool to watch the in and outs of a team, but it's totally different when your team is involved. So I think this is going to be super cool. Cannot wait for Tuesday night. One preseason game down, 2 to go. Can't wait. If you like me doing something like this and talking about a preseason game, talking about Williams and the offense, please like and subscribe and comment and tell me that you liked it, because then I know your feedback is good. If you don't, well, express that you don't like me doing this, which I don't know why you'd be upset with more content. I mean, this is crazy. I mean, I did 18 videos last year, and they were just the 18 Bears games. I mean, I'm already doing better this year. I'm already doing. I don't know. We'll see. Please like if you like this video and you want to see more of these reactions or just Bears content, NFL content in general. Please subscribe to the channel, of course. Leave a comment. Tell me what you thought. And I will see you guys next time.